Peace, family. Peace, family. This is Quan Yi, and I am back with another video. I was just sitting here thinking, and it's early in the morning. I'm about to get up and start my workout for today. But I had already been up for a few hours, and I just wanted to share something with you. I consider myself a spiritualist. Because I just feel like, and I don't want to just say I feel, I found different aspects or different things that I like out of different systems. And I'm not faithful to none. I'm just faithful to, you know, the all and love and, peace, respect, whatever. So I've had a rough life, right? For the most part, I grew up as a Christian child. Okay, Christian home. And it was on and off. It wasn't really steady, but my mother she always was a Christian. Long story short, as a child, when I first learned about God, I believed everything. I believed that God was this almighty and God could see everything and God was going to protect you from everything and that, I had nothing to worry about as a child. I really, with my whole heart, believed in God. I would pray every night before I went to bed. And I used to fear, like, what if I did something wrong, during the day, that when I lay down at night, if I didn't ask for forgiveness of my sins, that I might die and go to hell. You know, I just needed to ask for forgiveness before I went to sleep. Every night when I would lay down, I would be afraid, and I never would tell my mom that. But every night I felt like if I did not say, God forgive me for my sins, or recite the Lord's Prayer, that I was going to die. But I still continued to worship God, and it was out of fear. I didn't realize that it was fear, though, as a child. Now, as an adult, I'm looking back at it, I was doing it out of fear. But some things happened to me when I was a child where I wasn't even protected by God or my parents. And now that I look at it, I don't even know if anybody could have protected me out of the situation. So I can't really blame people. I'm not here for that. Are we here alone, y'all? And I'm saying this, I'm so serious. Sometimes I think man invented God. And when I say man, I'm talking about the collective, man, woman, okay, people. So I think God was created because people don't want to be here, or the thought of being alone and not having something else outside of them, to intervene, to interfere. That shit can be devastating. The thought of it, especially when you're down to nothing. And when you've had a big heart, you've been quiet, you've been shitted on. Just pretty much abused the most part of your life. Like, I've been through so much shit, y'all. And it started when I was a child. When I say a child, I am talking about 3 and 4 years old. And who knows what the hell happened prior to that. So people say you bring stuff in from your past life, right? And say that's the truth. So I brought some shit over from my past life as a child. If that's true, you only brought the fucked up shit over from your past life. What about the good stuff? Like, did I rape somebody in my last past life? Like, this shit is crazy. If that's true, we don't know if none of this shit is true, to be honest. And then we all have our personal truth. But I'm no longer giving any deity or anything outside of me my power. I take my power back and give myself my own strength. You know what I realize? Shit don't get done unless you get up and do it. And I'm going to tell you something. Me and my children was going through tough times. Me and my ex-husband split up. When he left, he took his money with him. And my dumbass was sitting there with no job, no nothing, letting him pay all the bills and stuff. And it was a form of control, but that's neither here nor there. I fell into desperation. I never been on any type of government assistance, never had food stamps, Section 8, none of that, right? So I tried to apply, and of course I was denied because of my ex's income was still considered mine, whether we was together or not. I mean, the system has always found a reason to fucking deny me. But you know what? I found a job. I was working, but it still wasn't enough to take care of all of my children, my bills, and everything. When I was younger, I got put out and I was introduced to, I don't want to call it prostitution, but without me going into details, that shit was fucking prostitution. It's like every time I fell down and needed help, my family wasn't there, my job wasn't enough, and most importantly, God was never there. Never there. It could have been the smallest things that I needed, like the basic needs of life, like food and shelter, right? A mother, she, the reason why mothers don't do much of, you know, raising a child of their own, I'm sorry, a good job, I should say, is because mothers, if she's not financially able to cover all bases that the child needs, she's going to default to survival. So that survival is making sure her child is protected and making sure her children eat, at least. And she wants to always have, a comfortable place for them to sleep. There have been times, and a lot of times, where I would ask God, I would know what's going on. I would say, okay, I'm going to work over, or I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And something will always get in my way to where that didn't work out. But you know what? God would always send me a fucking man who wanted his dick sucked and that was willing to pay me to do it. Like, I'm tired of this shit. It's almost like, as women, God don't look out for you unless you bow down to God. And you be beneath God. They tell us God is a man. And everybody that hurt me in my life who did fucked up shit to me was men. My mom did a lot of fucked up shit to me. But when you look at her childhood, same shit that happened to me happened to her. I mean, I could other fucking families, other women, like it's crazy, y'all. What the fuck is going on? Now this story ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. It's a lot of people who's just ashamed to tell the truth, man. I'm just tired. I'm tired. We've been lied to so much. And you know what? I realized that my heart is too fucking pure for any of this shit, you know? My heart is too pure. So what I've decided to do right now is calling all my power back. Anything that I've given out, lend it out. I want my power back. Anyway, I'm just sharing my story with you. Just venting this morning. And if you somewhere and you hear this story, it might resonate with you. You never know. Anyway, peace.